Shri MK Jawahar Baapu sir, President Sourashtra Girls Vidya Sangam, President, Founder and Director Madurai Gandhi NMR College for Women. Of course, the Madurai Gandhi is your own whatever.
Hi,
The father's elder brother. And father is of course great NMR Krishnamurthy, of whom you are the second son.
Yeah.
Right.
Correct.
He also founded the Sourashtra College. Amazing. So 1967 to me chemical engineering Madras University chodati. 67 to 69 England PG from the National College of Rubber Technology, London. You worked in the UK for a bit, is what I understand, at Fenner.
No, training work
training
Fenner Halmo,
yes,
Yorkshire Halma Tagamu,
yes,
headquarters at the Fenner.
Lovely.
That 3 months training.
3 months training. And then you entered the family business around 1970.
69 of Outreach.
69 of Outreach. Came back to India, joined the family business. And things were, you were running that till around 2005 when you took retirement and then took this amazing next avatar as an educationist.
From an entrepreneur, I became a social worker.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Sourashtra Samachar Channel, our podcast, tunga ava many melodies.
Jukku, thanks, Bhartaga Vino. I'm really honored.
Grateful to have you, sir. Sir, I want to start from a very fundamental thing. So the family now is the most famous NMR, but your name is MK Jawahar Baapu. Baapu has a specific reference. So tell us what is behind this name. Why are you not using the initials? What is the meaning of
our boy Pusattam Kaimanadi? Our boy also, our Mora cousins Pura Asian Mena or Mata Badan Pura, Aski NMRV, Sir Prasad, NMRV Mahadevan. Telamari NMR Menata Avaldria.
Right.
Telemari, our boy Vino, our Dakin Mogavino, NMRK.
Right.
Vijay NMRK Jawahar Baapu.
Father now Krishnamurthy.
Hi.
Right.
Hi. The NMRK Jawahar Baapu mani thola mani mela hode. Me vyavasthana gelle hode ya. Several says meladi MK menadi onda unique.
Right.
Initial. Kamala Mohandas Karamchand.
You go back to Gandhi.
Kamaladi mora now musi Jawahar satta Gandhi satta.
That's right.
Yeah.
Baapu mene Gandhi ji Baapu mani bovan.
Hi. Jawahar mene Jawaharlal. Me Ujatandusu avino avra modaba avino told me Gandhi ji and Nehru ji, they were released from the jail.
Modaba, of course, is Madurai Gandhi. So Madurai Gandhi avi tunga Nehru gin Gandhi chachi now thodiya. Tellav tumi initial vera Gandhi initial thodiya.
Hi. Mari hoda adi avi change yarata lokumu.
What a rich name. Lovely. Of course, when we start a conversation or start thinking about you and your family, the first thing on the mind is wow. NMR tala 3-letter word Madurai Gandhi mini menade tala pattamo, the kind of things that they accomplished things like Gandhiji Madurai avis tanu tala dress pura so digin tanu tala onda fakir menamari.
There's one beauty Kaimala Gandhiji our Gama Hode.
Exactly.
1934, the culverts our ancestral house. 3 days avino. Them that is there was a correspondence.
Yes.
Gandhi regular avino our Mora Madabaga letter liken. Letter from Mujutsa. Then I mean, of course, I mean Bogum I am incorporate yes.
Right.
Tahadi our Madabaga Gandhi Jim direct
right.
Correspondence with the
right.
Then invite Karahalti 1934 Mavino Madurai 3 days for the
no, but I have a question. At this senior age, Tungatala significance is very clear. But when you were younger, Yelapati Pura Tunga Kaila.
Gandhiji Aski Hodere, our Gama Hodiri, our Modabaski.
Right.
He was a Gandhian national leader, you know. National level, the Askin Elamar Manakai. Correct. No Kopakai Melody. Renda the Anchimavino, the bus centenary celebrate career.
NMR Subramanian.
Hi. Tavada Vino, Tavadosimi, what a committee Mari form Kedi. तेवढंच त्यानं कोण कोण इन्स्टिट्यूशन स्टार्ट केली त्याला 7 बायको तेवढं मोग काढाय तेलंग तिंगोळ ब्युटी काय म्हणते मोठे काम करणं है पब्लिसिटी
वाव तेल मारी मिली टाइम होदिरस
हाय पब्लिसिटी नोक्का इंका तृप्ति करेय म्हणता त्याला बुद्धी तेंका अवेनु पद्मभूषण पद्म ಹೇಗೆ ಅಸ್ಕಿ ಅವಾರ್ಡ್ ದೋಸ್ ಮನೆ ಕೊನ್ನಿ ಕಳ್ಯಾನ ವಿಭೂಷಣ್ ನಂಗ
ತೆಂಗ ವಿಷನ್ many atta time purunjuna many minati at the lot of people tenu tenga pati chodiranan ella mari ondadi vatta aikiran tenga vision kaya tenga what was he trying to do adadu mogal pusadi jukuya donate ke raspa tenga sete sot pura tenu dirasi menigin what was he thinking and to the family kai ba lagere mani pusiania
tenu actually ga navenu ಚೊಕ್ಕಡ್ ಹೋದಿರಿ he was a very very healthy person then ಚೊಕ್ಕಡ್ ಚೌಧರಿ era intermediate avenu ketti then avenu England jata mani aski we had a hosiery factory one of the biggest hosiery factories MKC mini line brand bandian
okay
our family go we want that it was Tirupur Avtamdadi ours was very big
okay
forward integration backward integration kiri textile mill 1500 workers काम किला होता है
wow
हेल्थी அவங்க ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟೈಲ್ ಹಂಗ ಜುಕ್ಕು ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅದ ಹೆಲ್ತಿ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟೈಲ್ ತನ ಕೆನ್ನ ಮನತ వచ్చిది ತೆಗಿ ಇಂಗ್ಲೆಂಡ್ ಜಾತ ಮಿನಿ ಅನಿ ಹೇಗಿದ್ಯ ತನು ಓಕೆ ಮಿನಿ ಅಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಕೇರಿ ಅಸ್ಕೆ ರೆಡಿ ಗೆರ ಹೋಚ ಅದು ಸಡನ್ಲಿ ಗಾಂಧೀಜಿ ತಲ ಹೇಗೆ ಅವಿಸ್ಕಿ ತೆಂಗ ಪಾಲಿಸಿ ತೆಂಗ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಪೂರ ಆಗಿನಿ ಒಂಡಾಳ ಅವಿನು ಮಧುರ ಗಾಂಧೀಜಿ 1921 ಮಾತೋಳಿಸಿ ತೆಂಗ ಸ್ಪೀಚ್ ಪೂರ ಆಗಿದಿ then he decided
he became a true believer
true believer
fascinating and that must have been an act of rebellion devel
yeah definitely kamaladi anka avara aminu family business asi business minded hegarana think again was totally different
as a atta sa
everyone was disappointed
exactly then natural gan hirana illa kaira illa
nodadi rameswarji askitala avara silk ge pura remove etti kaji daily audia
wow it's quite amazing that these two education institutions are seen as models of how things should be done the right way and that's something that we'll also get
into kai menadi avara foundation avenu very strong 1947 independence abunadem avara vidya sangam avenu betkinu chodanno melata tevalaski betkinuski स्कूल हडना काय करता बक्की पिल्लना से 14 वयस्सु निमिनंत टाइम अवेनु तेलकलमु ಅವರ KMS ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಣಯ್ಯರ್ ಮಾರಿ ಅವರ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಸ್ಮನ್
ರೈಟ್
तेनु NMR ಸುಬ್ರಹ್ಮಣ್ಯ PK ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀಕಾಂತ್ తెలమారి తెనస్కి అవేను బెట్కి నువ్వు చూదడేదీసి అవర సమూహం సమరావై మనత ఒక థాట్ తెంక
ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ಥಾಟ್ ತೆಂಗ ಖೊಬ್ಬೌರಿಯ 1945
ಒಂದು ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ
ರೈಟ್
ಸಭಾಂ ಮಧುರೈ ಸಭಾಂ ರೇ ಒಂದು ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾಳು ಒಂದು ಸೆಷನ್ ಅವೇನು ವಿಮೆನ್ ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್ ವಿಚ್ ಹೋದ್ರಿ ತವಳ್ತನು ಒಂದು ಮಾರಿ ಒಂದು ರೆಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಪಾಸ್ ಕರಿ 47 ಅವೇನು ಅಂಕ ಎಲ್ಲ ವಿದ್ಯಾಸಂಗಮ ಅವೇನು ಮುಲ್ಲ ಅವೇನು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಕರಿ
ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್
ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್ ತವಳ್ರಿ ಬೆಟ್ಕಿನ ಚೋದು ದೆಲ್ಲ ಮನತೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಿದ್ವಿ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ನೀನು ಚಲ್ತೆಗೆಲ್ಲ ಚೊಕ್ಕಡ್ ಬಿದ್ದಾಗ ಹಿಂದಾಗೂ ಚಲ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ
ಸೊ ಟೆಲ್ us a little more about the institutions that are what is the strength of number of people studying there, what is the vision tell institution to me who are you trying to serve
ang avinu mullu avinu kahe manadi mota nanna area ma avinu school vidyasangam harmangare 47 KMS Lakshmanayar was the founder president
right
NMR ಸುಬ್ರಹ್ಮಣ್ಯ ಹೋದೆಯ PK ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀಕಾಂತ್ ಅಂತ ನೆನಸ್ಕೆ ಹೋದಿರಿಯ ತವಳು ಒಂದು ದ್ರೌಪದಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಟ್ ಮಿನಿ ಒಂದು ಆಮತೆ ನನ್ನ ಹನುಮಂಕೆರಿಯ ಫೈರ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಹೋಗಿದೆ ತವಳು KMS ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಣಯ್ಯರು ಸಿ ಮಧುರೈ ಸಭಾಗು ತಲೆವರಿ ಹೋದೆಯ ತವಳು ಅವೇನು ಸಭಾ ಕಾಯಿಲೆ ಹೋದ್ರಿ ಮನದಿ ಚೌದು ಮಾತ್ರ ನಾತ ರಿಲಿಜನ್ನು ಕಲ್ಚರಲ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್ ಅಸ್ಕಿ ಅವೇನು నేను గమచిలే ಹೋದೆ ఒక్కదేగా ఉండే కమిటీ సభాంసి ఎడ్యుకేషన్ కమిటీ విని ఉంటాయి సౌరాష్ట్ర హై స్కూల్ కమిటీ విని ఉంటాయి తవడు నవీను 1895 సభా హర్మయ్య
రైట్
తవడుసి ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್ ಕುಂಚಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್.
So Madurai Sourashtra Sabam education committee, there were subcommittees which were dealing with all these issues. Women's education, Telamari 1 by 1 issues.
Women's education but the concept to 45 away. Telangu co-ed ನು ಹದಿರಿಯ.
Right.
But kan betkin cheri chudila hade atave nabat kana street mu tele area mavinu co-ed kan hadiria.
Right.
To chadu tele fire accident avinu hoyana adimu. KMS Lakshmana Gamnasi betkin guchi aladi unta institution rana. Many menti ila thamt me yad chalta keruwa. Men sangi ami avinu at nabat kana street town Tarkmas within Rionda Lengan Jariasi. Third avinu 48 mavinu occupy kitri.
Okay. Okay.
Indago third see our primary school that's at. Mulla ASCII school that do hodeya.
Understood.
Hi.
So that was the beginning.
Hi. Beginning. Tela kidatta oda 10-12 varsham tayrai. Tavada avinu tajadu ಅವರ ಮಡಬ NMR Subramanian 1953 mavinu he became the president hogiya. KMS Lakshmana Ravin Tengol Judeya. 53 83 langudano 30 long years hodiriya. Tevara PK Lakshmikant Bey avinu correspondent teno 55 varsham correspondent hodiri teno tela time avinu NMR Subramanian MP hodeya. Congress MP tevol Nehru hode period kin Lal Bahadur Shastri Didanka hode period mandu MP hodeya. Lakshmikant Bey avinu MLA hode halti tela time ustenka oralagu political political influence hedi kerata ASCII easy.
Yeah.
So 10 acre tavaltanu anparanim.
So there is a direct correlation tella.
Government allotment mu keri hindagu 10 acre sata haltisi angela growth sata.
Tedu sata college chalta kelli sata nare.
10 acre mu 3.1 acre gu college galakit keri ami chalte iರುತ್ತೆ.
Fantastic.
Oda high secondary school that sata atha CBSE school.
Right. Telamari ek.
ASCII tele campus sata. Primary school ಏನಂటే ನಾಬತ್ ಖಾನ ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಟ್ ಸತ್ತ ಇಂದಾಗು
ಇಲ್ಲ ಮಾರಿ ಒಂದು ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಚಾಲ್ತಾ ಕೆರರಿಯ ಮಿನರಿಯ ಇಟ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ಸಚ್ ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ. ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಮ್ಯಾಜಿಕ್ ಬಿಹೈಂಡ್ ರನ್ನಿಂಗ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ಫುಲ್ ಮ್ಯಾನರ್?
ಮ್ಯಾಜಿಕ್ ಒಂದಿನಿ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಹಾರ್ಡ್ ವರ್ಕ್, ಸಿನ್ಸಿಯಾರಿಟಿ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಅಫ್ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ಅನ್ಸತ್ತೆ ಹಾಲ್ತಿ.
ರೈಟ್.
ಸೂಪರ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಬಂದಂತೆ ಕಂಪ್ಯಾರಿಟಿವ್ಲಿ ಯಾರ್ ಕೆಲವೇ ಮೊಡ್ಡಾನ್ ಕೇರಿಸಿವಯ್ಯ ಅದು ಹಾಲ್ತಿ ಅವಿರು ಚೊಕ್ಕೊಟ್ಸತ್ತೆ.
ರೈಟ್.
మీకు ఒబ్బిమో అలా అవుతా తెవడు ముందడి పుర మీ ఏమిను ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ ಗಾಂತಿಕ ಮಾರಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಅವರ ಬಹುದೇಯ ಅವರ ಮಡಬಹುದೇಯ ಮಡಬ ಥ್ರೂಔಟ್ he was a Gandhian. He sacrificed his entire life for the nation.
Yes.
ಅವ್ರ ಬಹುಡಿ ಹೊರಡವು ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಮುಂದೆ ಹೋದೆಯ ಐಗಾಮಡಿ ಹೋದೆಯ.
Right.
ತೆಗ್ಗಾಡ್ ಪುರ ಮಲ ಆತಲ್ ಮೀ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಹಾತೋಳು మీ ఇంగ్లాండ్ ఫ్రీ అవుతారు పూర మరో వరల్డ్ స్మాల్ వరల్డ్.
రైట్.
మీ అవిను బిజినెస్ అవు, ఫ్యామిలీస్ అవు, టెన్నిస్ అవు, ఆఫ్ కోర్స్ రోటరీ బదేని.
రైట్.
రోటరీ इक्कीस मरो बोलगा मस्की 21.
राइट.
एलएस चार कॉर्नर मारी प्लेयर सुकुनी बादरी करना तिंगल मला इक्क टाइम मैंने स्पेंड कर रासी और मड भाई का और बोय कई पोटम जाना बना रासी ते बैठ के चूज देखना बना मो चले अभी न्यूयॉर्क पड़े नहीं. इक्क टाइम स्पेंड कर ले अभी और बिजनेस के ये टाइम स्पेंड कर भाई जब जाना चले टाइम.
या करेक्ट.
मैंने लाइला हो गया है दी मी एलम ಅವನ ಮರ ಬಾದ was president till 1997.
Right.
Tajadu I was invited. I became a committee member.
Understood.
Then me business was already jukku involved in 2005 musi one mari voluntary retirement khalde. My son Avinu was in US.
Right.
Tajadu I thought kai piri Avinu business blada bolu. I mean our society kadi contribute can I design me ASCII business
tura modabo both ella ke level kelli hodi hai tumi
ASCII business Avinu me family business of course hodriya.
Yes.
Most of the business Avinu wind up ketti ASCII batke sudiyani. In fact okay त्याहादी कोणी अंका वर्मानस की उन्नी मुन्ना पड़े नहीं.
Right.
So एला full time अविनु मी अविनु
service in एला social entrepreneurship.
हाय क्या मैंने 2005 onwards मी अविनु 1997 री 2005 लंगु कमिटी मेंबर के होने दिया मुल्ला असाइनमेंट अविनु आमी अविनु एक गोल्डन जुबली वाला अविनु और फादर हो दिया. डायमंड जुबली वाला अविनु ये विकृष्ण ತವಡ್ ತೆಲ್ಲ ಸೆಲೆಬ್ರೇಷನ್ಗೂ ಚೇರ್ಮನ್ ಗಿಂತ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ
Right.
ಸೊ ತವಳು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಸ್ಕೂಲು
Yes.
మీ అవిను కాన్ఫరెన్స్ చైర్మన్ గా మాతాయ അവിടെ ഗ്രാൻഡ് kan tel menti tavadus we decided అதாவது ఆమె కోలం అనేది నిష్ట సెలబ్రేషన్ మారి పోన్నారు సెలబ్రేషన్ కు ఆమె కరతల్ కైది ఉండే ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్ నువ్వు హన్మంగన్న
Right. Right.
tavadus ఆమెను 2005 2006 ఆమెను ఆమె సెలబ్రేట్ కరతోళసి tavadus ఉండ రెజల్యూషన్ తాయ ఈ కది ఆమెను పొట్టం చెంతగిలేసత അവിടെ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಹರ್ಮಂಗಿನ
Fantastic.
ಮೇನಮಿ ಹರ್ಮಂಗಿರಿ ರೆಸಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ತೈ 2010 ಮಾವಿನು ಅವರ ಮಡಮನ ಮದರಿ ಗಾಂಧಿ ಅನ್ನಮಾಸ ಬ್ರಾಹ್ಮಣ್ ಆಮೆ ಅವರಳು ಕಾರ್ಪಸ್ ಮೊತ್ತ ಡೊನೇಷನ್ ದೇಡಿಯಾ ತೋ ಜಾದು ಮುಲ್ಲ ಹರ್ಮಂಗಿರ ತೋಳ್ 30 ಬೆಟ್ಕಿನು ಹೋದೆಯ
Right.
2010
Right.
ಇಂದ ಆಮೀನು 1200 ಪೇರ್ಸ್ ಅಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ಗ್ರೋಯಿಂಗ್
Amazing.
ಚೊಕ್ಕಡ ಆಮೀನು ಇನ್ಫ್ರಾಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ವೈಸ್ ಎಗೆ ಹೋಯಿ NAC accreditation kai तो चाहे ऑटोनमस कॉलेज होता काय हस्की काय गई कि नहीं आम्ही अभी केले सता चौकट अभी नो देवदाई वालो चौकट फार्म ही दिया
Perfect.
ये हमें हम कबाड़ मर मनु मावरी इतने संग्रह जाएंगे
Yes. So, sir, our podcast or concept is really very simple. Not everyone gets to talk to great personalities like you, Elamari Sofa Misri. But there is so much that can be learnt. Somehow I've gotten the privilege to have such interesting conversations and I truly enjoy it. It's just that why not put it out to everybody so that everyone can get something or the other from it. There is so much that you can offer and in this element on the casual, it's even more approachable. On the inaccessible, we can college with a president, he's NMR family. People always see you from that.
ಅವರ ಸಮೂಹಂ ಬಂದವರಿಗೆ ನೀನು ಜೂಮ್ ಪಾಡ್ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಗಿರಿಸಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ತುಮಿ ಕೆರರಿ ಅವರ ಸಮೂಹಂ ಬತ್ತಿ ಅವರ ಜ್ಞಾನ ಬತ್ತಿ ಕೆರರಿ ಅವೇನು ದುಃಖ ವಿಶೇಷ
very
grateful तुम्ही तर मडबागे मी पुरा आगे भास्कर चार मोकळाय त्यांगे आगे आहे एडूस तर शूटिंग पुरा एडो होदे मैंने आगे तो मैं चोट लावाला से
it's all possible to हमारी seniors we can time there या हल्दी to graceful energy there या हल्दी
मी की जोट क्या हमारे contribution नंती हेडाई पिसा तो तवीरा स्केयर पार्ट तुम्ही नहीं कर रही है
grateful grateful the other thing that I want to communicate to the audience is one day I'm jealous now some people feel a concern so a fresh update that we are giving to the podcast is that 3 parts can 20 minutes can over the course of 3 weeks release karan ja rahi hai so people meli episode mari serial mari they'll be waiting
todar ke mari mudadi idire mudadi todar ke choduva
exactly
adadu tele muji kubbara next ye avai mini edu
adadu reels mattum sariya first padam siri hodiya reels godre mari short egatwa make we will try that from this episode. Jawahar Baapu uncle, we think of the NMR family. Naturally, that's the first thing that comes to mind. For yourself, what did that weight of that name, Nanarathavelu, Mudagumma Pillaba, Menamari Vandavattanu, and how did you deal with that, uncle?
Actually, Hadiras, other me school chowthod me avinu first standard 5th standard
right
OCPM anata avar gammal othona school
okay
ela motta school se
right
that chodaya
right
tad first form tawalaski first form re SSC lengo hodiriya chodotolu my our boss is president
the school president
of course me avinu I used to come by car vadano avinu saatavulu mari kunni गार्ड नानु कुन्नी बंदा मैं उन्हें मारे आर्ट कर रहा है क्या है ना मारी मी ओले साधारण स्टूडेंट के लिए बेटर हो मैं तो उन्हें फीलिंग ला भाई
या जुगुतंगे ला पुरुंजुना इले बेन चुक्कट से आता है मैं नमाई ला भाई बट या
उन्हें मारे आर्ट कर रहा भाई तेरा मतलब
it was a bit of a तेले जाता तेले तो निकल दे less life बा मैं नमारी you accept it
तो जाता सारी less हो रहा है
understood through childhood memories the formative years school rathavelu tell us a little bit about that especially your experiences with your illustrious Modaba or of course with your own other Modaba also business egatamamu such leading figures
ada kon meladi me manamari NMR brothers meladi all the three were dynamic.
Yeah, yeah.
Right from my Modabavinu, NMR Venkateshwar,
Right.
Babu Ayyar man.
Babu, yeah.
Business Pramadan career. Think photo Vinu, Kalki Maskavi, one of the leading businessmen of Tamil Nadu, I mean third Madras state. Many Jokot Juku industry hodiriyanka.
Amazing.
You know, on a business, one of the leading business families, many hodiri. Tavada Vinu, Kaimanadi, Royal Rights Distributors, many film producers. Tavada Vinu, Ami Jupadam Dheriyani. Talam Monta Padam, Vinu Chintamani. Haridas many out of Padam. Telepura, Diosu, Theros.
Exactly.
Chintamani, I'm at the profitable theatre Bandaya. Chintamani on the theatre.
Chintamani theatre.
Telefilm line. We were
landmark concept.
High theatre need a area.
Yes.
There were we are producers, distributors, and exhibitors. Thin part is at that film industry. I mean,
Fantastic. So film business was one big part of the textile business was
was MKC. MKC, you know, under one roof.
Right.
Ata in the Tripurum Sila Melody, Okoka activity Okadam.
Right.
You know, from yarn.
Right.
Yarn, we are producers cotton khadi, spinning mill the yarn out.
Other Kabusavi, the thread ticket.
Yarn Hayari. Tell the yarn, you know, Lotus on the MKC company, Pascala seed, the mill, Major mills, many much a year. Telegram, you know, Hari brothers, I mean, hand over carry. I mean, start carry.
Okay.
So, yarn re, Avi tell a fabric and Karata. Fabric re to Chadu dye karata, bleach karata. Aski under one roof we had.
Lovely, lovely.
One of the biggest factories in India.
Yeah.
In India. Talala Avinu, Tela business hodaya. The handloom many Montram and company mini hodaya. You told Motta area.
Right.
In fact, the land has seen the hundreds of crores.
Of course. Of course.
Tela handloom business.
I have a question here. Illamari on the really stupendous business success. What was it, the conditions for Illamari on the situation? What do you think contributed to it? Was it the people? Was it factors other than the people?
Actually, see, I want to tell you something about my maternal grandfather.
Okay.
VSK Madurai Mini.
Right.
Indago on the road sata.
Okay.
Then I am Madurai Municipal Chairman Hodria. Gandhiji, I mean, our bag Nikato, our Madaba Likato. Illamari, how is the VSK Madurai Mini? Pussy.
Right.
I the lateral moyos.
Right.
Then you know, Jukku Tenkapati Kalana. He did so much. Business Pura. Then I will tell us MKC Manata company create career.
Right.
There were machine Pura, Germany, England, Aski import carry technology. Tabla Galama, sophisticated technology.
This is, we are talking about 30s.
In 30s, early, late 20s and
Independence Somala.
Hi, Kuya, conceive idea, conceive carry, tell implement karna manata, tell the time of,
It's a dynamic and area. So people is one.
People.
What else do you think? Is there something else that, because I see you're also very dynamic here. Why do you think the conditions have changed? I think I'm not, although family many point karena, but community most there seems to be some kind of something is holding us back, Manamari sir. The great heights that we were at then, when we see now, we feel like ourselves feel like, oh, those were the golden ages, Manikan. What do you see of it as?
Actually, families have tell a time
right.
But as a community,
right,
we are much better off.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
I think they were having selected families on a path
right.
Chokad Modamada level, like our family. Hinda will other main reason came in chose. Chokad Avinu, Telegalama Avinu, Talado Chodini.
Correct.
Our Samugam, the Munetum Avinu, Karnam Chodus.
Very refreshing aspect.
Actually, Telegalamori Avinu. Nuti Podosha, the Batkan bottom. Harmangeri in the landmark, in the Mehaka, tell a building of Savaga, tell a stone construction in the Pramada.
Correct.
Of course, the Meetalo school in Chodea, that is my alma mater.
Yes.
It has produced so many engineers, so many chart accountants, so many great personalities territory out here.
So your point is that till like golden ages many there were a few families which were doing so well, but
Extremely
so
well.
many of the people in the community were backward.
Backward.
But now so many have come forward,
Forward.
because of education. And of course, education many
Played a
directly
very, very important role. Yeah.
brings us to you and your role right now, which is the role of an educationist. And that too not just general education but girls' education. So my understanding is that Tumi Chalta Kar rahe institutions are all exclusively for women.
Yeah.
Where did that idea come from? Why women only institutions?
ತಿಳಿಸಿ ಅದ ತೆವಳು 1945 ಮುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅವೇನು ಅವರ ಮೆನ್ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಡ ಮೆನ್ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಪುರ చేరి ಅವರ ಸಮೂಹಂ ಸಮಲಾವನ ಮೇಲೆ ಬೆಟ್ಕಿನ್ ಚೂದಣ್ಣ
1945 model area.
ಹಾಯ್ ತೆಲ್ಲ ಐಡಿಯಾಸ್ ತೆಲ್ಲ ಸೀಡ್ ಅವಿನು ತಬಳ್ ನಾಯ ಹಲ್ತಿಸಿ ಹಿಂದ ಅವಿನು ಆಮೆ ಅವಿನು ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗ್ರೋನ್.
Fantastic.
ಇನ್ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಶ್ಚರ್ಯಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅದಾದ మీ అవిను ఐ సి ఆత ಅವರ ಬೆಟ್ಕಿನಸ್ಗೆ ಅವಿನು ತೆಗೆ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಪರ కొన్ని చౌదరి అని చూదును ఇందాగు బట్ అవేర్నెస్ చొక్కడు అవరస్ ఆమె చౌదది సుమల అయ్యాయి మనత్తా ఉంట తెంక అవిను చొక్కట్ యువర్ పడ రాసి తెమర్ చౌద రాసి
లవ్లీ
చొక్కట్ చౌది ఆమె సారే చొక్కట్ చౌది హింద హిందు ఐ టీమ్ యుఎస్ఎం ది మీ అవిను యుఎస్ మై సన్
right
that Satta my daughter was all there 2004 almost every year US jariyasi that get together aski siyadi ikkadaru avinu KLN graduates KLN our Batkin Padam Chodran Batkin aski siyadi one time avinu Batkin Padam Chodran such a KLN chodi chokkad avinu Batkin Batkan of course then they are also benefited KLN avinu go ahead they think chodi chokkad avinu
Pramadam. It really shows that it's a very well thought out thing. Adadu tumi avi 2005 service career mani menadiya the field of education, the field of women education, because it's such a great leveler, it's such a great ladder for people to climb up. Even if their own parents who graduates can need
to the family memory avariya batkinu see am chodadariya tholo mo pure hota Sourashtra Girls Vidya Sangam is have enough peace. For me, it's a tonic for me. Today, I mean, thank God.
Yes.
I'm healthy because of my
Yes.
because I spend lot of time.
Correct.
There, it gives you a lot of satisfaction.
I'm so happy to hear that. And that means something is going right. That things are going
in the right direction. Of course, destination is still very far off. Our bay undano correspondent bay Sita bay menan potam jada mela sundur laad mari onte jada mena onte jada it's a journey, not a destination.
You said destination is very far away. That is very interesting. What is the destination that
destination is very difficult to define,
right?
But ultimately avinu Batkin pura chokkot discipline rana chokkot chauduna तनु 14 हाथी संबला होना
right
our contribution अंगुन मोड़ा होना
right
अदद आमे अविनो आता हेगे कटतटे कॉलेज सत्ता स्कूल सत्ता अंगुन जुक्कु branches open किन्ना growth रहना
right
मैंने तपुरा अविनो
understood
as I said exactly destination is
difficult to define but makes sense. This is actually making me think uncle, as a patron of this really very old and esteemed institution that is directed towards girl students, what is your message to these girl students? Adadu choduna many menade singadi, what next? Turamari on the elder thing kai advice
me sangatalpura Lamaran Sarma tenu kudimba avenu I had known him for nearly 4 decades. Chokat kalai
we really miss him.
really miss him. Then Meladur Han, Aura, I mean, Chaltagara institution Pura, Aura, Betkinu, Betkanu Pura, our Bhasha Sikadna.
Right.
Kai was Atavino, Aura, I mean, Likarian.
Correct.
Aski script Pura Sata hai Likarian.
Correct.
At least tell Askidanga, our alphabets Pura Sikaduna, our Betkan Heke, Betkin Hekai, our Bhasham Likadna. That is our Modi Patra.
Right.
Our ಭಾಷಾಗವಿನು ತೆಲುಂಡ ಅಭಿಮಾನ
ಸೊ ಮೊಲಿ ಪಟ್ರೋಂಡ ಹೋಯ್ಯ
ಹಾಯ್ ತೆಲ್ಲ ಕೆನ್ನ ಮೆನಿ ತನು ಕಡಿಸಲಿಗೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಹೋದೆ ತೆಂಗ सक्का तेला इम्प्लीमेंट है नहीं
Right.
तेला मैं हवड़न थोली और लोग क्या नहीं आता
Right. That's fun. What other messages for?
मैं अभी मेटकिन जो संगतोड़ो holistic education निस्ता चौदो आता मेटकिन पूरा चुपकर चौदा रस but our men क्या न बोधु कन communication skill अभी नहीं weakness तेला improve करना तेला खब्बा improve है मने दे धैर्य के बात है ना और मेटकिन पूरा रुआ कुचम रहारस इंटरव्यू जातोलती आवतोलती उन hesitation विषय में काला है तेला nervous है यार ऐसी so तेला पूरा अभी नो communication skill develop करना तो काय के ना मतलब वोटे अभी नो धैर्य के बात है ना रंडा उस छोड़ ना reading habits
Yes.
reading habit I like reading because I know another particularly English
Right.
I love English of course England was tella talam angune nahi hindagu avinu
Fantastic. Who would you recommend your students read? If there was one or two authors that you think your students should be
so
reading.
many authors
First ones that come to your mind, Mani Manadi.
right from you see reading habit can develop can simple can
Yeah.
you start with Perimes
Perry Mason.
yeah
Yes.
then Agatha
Christie. Yes.
then Irving Wallace తెలమారి మీ ఆల్మోస్ట్ ఎరువింగ్ వాలస్ సిరీస్ పూరా చూడలేదు
Okay.
తెలమారి ఒక్కొక్క ఆథర్ కళ్ళి
And then you just find out more and more from there. Love.
చౌదత్ మనది డెఫినెట్లీ తుర హొరైజన్ ఎక్స్పాండ్స్
Yeah. Yeah.
కి అవిను సో మెనీ థింగ్స్ ఐ కాంట్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ బట్ మీ చౌదత్ ఇస్ కళాయి
Correct.
ಸೊ
Correct.
మీ ಫಾರ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಮಿ ಪೊಡ್ಡಮ್ಮ ಕಾಯ್ಮನರಿಯ ಅವರ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ನಾವು ಅವಿನು ಮಧುರೈ ಗಾಂಧಿ NMR ಬ್ರಾಹ್ಮಣ ಅಲ್ತಿ NMR ಬ್ರಾಹ್ಮಣ ಗುತ್ತಿ ಆಮಿ ಥೀನ್ ಬೊಗ್ಗು ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಕೆರ್ರಾಸ್ ತೆಲಚಿ ಚೌದುವ ತೆಲ ಅವಿನು ಕೋನ ಹೌ ಕೋನ ತೆಂಗ ಲೈಫ್ ಹೊದಿರಸಿ మన మరి he was MLA MP
Yes.
and all that MLA ఉండాల ఆమె కాయలేదు తెంగ స్పీచెస్ కి చోట హై MLA ఏం రాతోడు
Right.
అస్కి సబ్జెక్ట్ होते रस
Wow.
तने होते ना सब्जेक्ट नी तेला पूरा कंपाइल करी मैं उंडा बग्गो रिलीज केलास
Amazing. Amazing.
think very knowledgeable person तेरे कोन मैंने Horace is reader जुक्को आता क्या ना
So the reading haldi, this is a direct connection. Right.
knowledge think yes की और ये विनो चौदह हल्तीस so the जुक्को library होते हैं think we donated everything to the college so जादो
Lovely. Lovely.
हल्ती चौदह मैंने ताविनो I tell them सत्य शोधन particularly గాంధీజీ సత్య శోధన తమిళము మా ఎక్స్పెరిమెంట్ విత్ ట్రూత్
Yes.
ఎలేసి తమిళ తెల హది మే हम जिक्को वालन खड़ी थोलरिया so but can we encourage
Ella day and age. Now we are in the middle of 2025. And like we discussed, there is not just one but two mentions of Gandhiji in your own name. And Gandhiji's favorite disciple is also in your name. Do you think Gandhi or a message or a relevance atta kalamam say?
निश्चय गांधीजी's principle is immortal. अदाद तुम्हें अभी नो छोटा सांगा वाला मैंने अभी अभी खाई थे simple discipline के ढाला मैंने अभी नो खाई थे ला ये लोग पूरा अभी नो सत्य में वे जयते मैंने अभी नो खुब्बा ये कहते ला
Right.
तेला तो नहीं उन्ना पड़ा रही है आती problem पूरा
Tinga mi howden javelry amenikin lovereski tella kona
हाँ younger generation पर कुनी काढ़ारने that's a fact
Gandhi jal free bolli avuna younger generation luk menet is there something about Gandhi that you can tell
yeah
that will make the younger generation interested about him again?
मी अभी नो गांधी म्यूजियम चिरुवा त्रियल संगना
Yes.
मादरेमो
You are of course the vice chairman of the Gandhi Museum here.
तेले मादरेम आवते response तेल main गन NMR ब्राह्मणस is think हालती मादरे हो रही है ये मैंने दी मैसूर पैलेस ऑफर करिया हैदराबाद पैलेस ऑफर करिया ये नो सी ल 13 एकड़ हो दिया
It's a huge gigantic building.
मंगमा पीरियड में तना पैलेस कन हो दिया
Right.
तो जा कलेक्ट्रेट कन हो दिया तेवल देनुस आइडेंटिफाई करी ये लमारी ये ला विना आइडियल स्पॉट में नहीं that time he was MP and all that very influential Delhi पूरा Delhi circle में NMR स्पॉट निकले तंग कहा थी मदर में हो रही है so तेल हिंदा का था मदर में अमी काय मैंने दी आमी अमीनो जो programs गांधी पत्ती अमीनो तेनो आवत बोलो आमी जाम बोल रही था we go to college. That's the Gandhi Jayanti seminar. October 2nd. Mudadi Gandhi Museum celebrate kerva.
Correct.
1 week Gandhi related topics, debate, tela
Right.
ಪಟ್ಟಿಮಂಟ್ರಮಸ್.
Right.
ಅತ್ತವೇನು ಅವರ ಟೀಮ್ ಉಂಟ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಗಿರಿ ತೆಲ ಒಂಟ ಮಡ ಅವೇನು ಅಸ್ಕಿ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಇಜ್ಜಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾರಿ ಅವೇರ್ನೆಸ್ ಗಾಂಧೀಜಿ ಕೋನ ಹೊದಿರಿಯ ತೆಂಕೆ ಕಾವ್ಚಿ ಅಮಿ ತೆಂಕ ಫಾಲೋ ಕೆನ್ನ ಹೊರಿ ಮನ ಪೂರಾ
Couchy follow can sir.
ತೆಲ ಮನರಿಗೆ ಟ್ರೂತ್ ತೆಲ ಹೇಗೆ ಪೂರಾ ಅವೇನು ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಡಿಸಿಪ್ಲಿನ್
आता कलम पूरा ट्रूथ निनात सेल्फ डिसिप्लिन आता मी होला वरासना.
ತೆಲ ಪೂರಾ ಟೆಂಪರರಿ ಇನ್ ದ ಲಾಂಗ್ ರನ್ ಮಹಾಭಾರತ ಮಸಿ ಚೌಧರಿ ರಾಸಿ ಗೌರವನ್ನು ಅವೇನು ಕಡೆಸಿ ಜೇಡಿಯನ ತೇಲಂಕ ಅವೇನು
मारी others.
ಮಾರಿ ಗೆಲ್ಚೇರಿ ಮಾರಿ ಉಂಡ ಏ ಲಾಭ ಅಲ್ಟಿಮೇಟ್ಲಿ ಕೇಸ್ತಾನೆ ಜಾಡ ತೆಲ್ಲಸ್ ಮುನ್ನು ಅವಿನು ಹಿಂದ ಅವಿನು ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ತೆಲ್ಲ ಅವರ ಮಡಮ ಮೇಲೆ ವೆನ್ ವೆಲ್ತ್ ಇಸ್ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ when health is lost something lost when character is lost
everything is lost.
Dele Gandhiji's famous quotation dele avara padabodi
Yes
menon dele mari discipline and self discipline is most important. That is the need of the hour.
Correct.
Adno individual gon jokot hodiri menon aski samagam mudi setkavade.
Right. So the strength of character and the importance of it is one of the biggest learnings from Gandhi for the current generation. Lovely. So you came back to Madurai from England since father's health had taken ill. And then tungatala family business I would imagine drown kitra
yes.
Telam kona challenge this. What was the picture there when you joined?
Customers mojo pusad mele business manari aya 24 hours ಅವೇನು ಅಂತೆಲ್ಲ ಅವರ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಕೊಬ್ಬಿಮು ಬತ್ತಿ ಯೋಚನೆ ಗೆಲ್ಲದು ಅನ್ಲೈಕ್ ಆమె ఉండదా काम जा रहा मैंने दी बट फिक्स्ड आवर्स काम किती ಏಳವಿ ಅವಿನ ಲಾಕ ಏಳವಿನ ಅಸ್ಕಿ ಅಮಿಸಿಲ್ಲ
yes
ಮುದಡಿ ಅವರ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಮುದಡಿ ಕರತೋಲ್ ಮೊಟ್ಟ ಸ್ಕೇಲ್ ಕೆಲವದಿರಿಯಾ
yes
ತವಳವೇನು we had lot of managers we could delegate the work ಅವರ ಟೈಮ್ ಅವತೋಳ ಅವಿನ ಕಾಹಿ ಕಂಪೇರಿಟಿವ್ ಸ್ಕೇಲ್ ನನ್ನ ಇದೆ
right
ತಹದಿ ಜೂ काम ಅವಿನು ಅಮಿ ಕೆನ್ನ ಹೋಯ್ that was really
so
tough.
The burden increased directly
when all the time काम ढेसन like कष्ट लावे कोलो
oh wow and this was like basically an entire career 40 years this is what you were doing after you came back to Madurai till when we focus on that part of your life what do you think the hits and misses what do you think was your achievement what do you think you wanted to
avino motta scale ami kella orado foam rubber one of the main activities this is koni competition
right
foam rubber was one area where we had literally except foam which was in Chennai
right
so koni foam rubber factory ni and we were supported by TVS
okay
halti koni marketing was not a problem bo computer ada angun motta scale jana avara motana scale inu and model scale mudiriya but avara bo kai hai melidi tenu avinu 1952 avinu anga thin major crisis mari avdiya we were in film line onda padam avinu sudarshan menata onda padam avinu took 6 years for them to complete.
My God.
Keralamu elle story avi undana copy giri that was a box office hit.
Right.
Aura became a failure.
Right.
So we lost 1 million in 1951-52 in the film industry alone.
Right.
Then we were the major distributors for ICI, Dyson Chemicals.
Oh, okay.
We had 18 branches in South India.
Right.
And there काय वो क्रेडिट लिमिट है ना बड़ी अंगा
रुपये काश दे रहे नहीं मना
हाय अंगा पेमेंट अभी नो कैश के अंदर ना अंगा रिसीव कर रही क्रेडिट तेरे क्रेडिट लिमिट वैन हुई कड़े आउटस्टैंडिंग एक से कम नहीं so that was not viable so we had to wind up तलाम 1 million loss
right
Major netting company was another thing
right
Tirupur avinu avdiya tavadu avinu ours was under one roof then avinu
they split it up
so competition was not there then we lost 1 million then 1 million in 1951-52 is worth several crores
correct 1 million 10 laksham
kalam inda 100 kodi
exactly
ami avinu my father. So 1951-52, my uncle died. NMR Venkateshwar died.
Eldest
died. My NMR Subramanian was not interested in business.
Correct.
So full burden
To the father
audia. So then take over kertalo kuya venu he had to
Aski
settle.
crisis than inherit area.
Then of course we liquidated all our assets and then
Right.
debts pura veepekettiya. But he took a policy. Borrow iratani. Tell him, ikkadu correct minute mogalani. Me Jawahar, I used to argue with my father. Me bank facility khadna taku borrow irat. Tera own capital thola miladi. Tera growth rahana. Many our boy Jawahar understand kadisalingu pani. Modi karatum seni.
Fair enough.
Of course, we are well off. That is a different thing.
Yes.
Because we had other sources of income and then telagoni problem.
Yes.
Business angun our background totally. Our father had so much of influence.
Yeah.
Kamaladi our Sourashtra College mulla form keratavolu.
Correct.
1969, he brought MGR and Jayalalitha to Madurai. Madurai under MGR Talamemu Jayalalitha dance. Gandhi Museum. Heavy benefit performance they on a corpus build career. So anytime you could talk to them.
Right.
Similarly, Karnanidhi.
Right.
I mean, film industry he was a script writer.
Right. Right.
And my father's public relations was so good. He was in Rotary also. Interesting time. He once contested for governorship.
Oh, I see.
Governorship Rotary. It included Sri Lanka also.
Oh, wow.
Equal votes. He lost it in the tie. But he took it very sportingly.
Fantastic.
So he was a very good sportsman. See, he had his own football team those days. Tanamari sports lover.
Wow.
Probably I inherited something from him. And my son is shared better. He represented the university. I represented the college. My grandson represented the state.
How nice. It just runs in the family.
Yeah.
I must tell you, I was so surprised when I heard that you're celebrating your 80th. I thought uncle must be around 60, such a sprightly and to me, it's all, I guess, credit to the
my
sports
father
father.
like that. He lived to 87, my mother also 87.
How
this thing is very active.
And in fact, to the fatherhood experience, influence many many on the political power gandhi, on the connection gandhi. At the end of the day, they can use it for the betterment of the community. They'll influence the college would rush.
Community carras.
They'll influence to me manamari school land allocate karras, college land allocate karras. So that's another very very important thing. Illa podcast oda on the secret reveal karan jari allam, which is that interview kerta summer I have a conversation with someone from the family or friends of the interviewee. So, Tisani, I spoke to your lovely son-in-law, Prashant uncle. He said one very, very interesting thing about how the kids, Tenga kids, on the sense of simplicity, despite coming from such a great background, the idea of being self-sufficient, independent, tellamari qualities pro instill karriyam. I think I want to go a little deeper on that from your end. For example, young parents, say, Athas Pilan Hulli sir, on the senior figure gun, think to me kai advice karan Athakalo parents.
Hindavenu, you have to give your time.
Pillan time dava.
Pillan time dava. Tillas Hindavenu Musarani. I mean, especially in the working parents, Chautarasi. But you know, Chautara, these are no work करता हमें दी कौन है कि तुम्ही पिलन सिंगाड़ी 10 care time कम
yes
तेरे कॉलेज के लिए work life balance अभी नो सक्के के लिए पिलन उगा भी time देना तुम्ही रुबाई दवाई comfort दवाई care दवाई तेरे पुन्ना time थोड़ा time देना
तुरा busy schedule गन तुम्ही मैंने हमारी 24 महीने रन business पति योशनर हाई Tisani Rathavel, तुमको कौन time create करता है?
मोरा family अभी नो ओड़ा मैंने 4 areas में मोरा focus अभी नो ओंटा first family.
Yes.
ரெண்டாவது பிஸ்னஸ், மூணாவது ஸ்போர்ட்ஸ், டென்னிஸ், நாலாவது ரோட்டரி. அவினும் ஓரளவு அவினும்.
So the balanced framework of Mudariya.
I am very fortunate that my children have కొన్ని తామవిను మిజి రికమెండేషన్ అసి దీవి. మెరిట్ మస్ట్ అవిను అస్కిదను వెదర్ ఇన్ స్కూల్ ఆర్ కాలేజ్ ఆర్ అబ్రాడ్ ಅಸ್ಕೆ ಅವಿನು ಮರ ಸಣ್ಣ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ಲಿ ತೆಲವಿನು ಯುಎಸ್ ಜಾತವಳ್ಳಿ ಮೊದಲು ಒಂಟ ಪೈಸಾ ಕಟ್ಟಿ ತೆಲವಿನು ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರಿಂಗ್ ಸಟ್ಟಿ he worked for 2 years, earned money, and then with that money only he went.
People will be surprised to hear this.
I was ready to.
Of course.
He never wanted, and that janadim he could get scholarship on his own. So totally.
How does that happen, uncle? I mean, that's
plan gari konni but I don't say it is my credit or here thing. It's very grace.
Fantastic. Fantastic. And the other thing I've heard is that of the special relationship that is between you and auntie, of course, your wife. Please tell us a little more about that dynamic.
Love marriage.
How nice.
Before I left for UK, she was also there. She's my uncle's daughter.
Okay.
Maternal uncle's daughter.
Right. Then UK Mudariya.
Me, MK Jawahar.
Oh, then
Mudariya. She came to the railway station to send off.
Oh.
So I decided to marry her.
Oh, wow. Really filmy mari railway station of the life. Nice.
Somehow I was attracted towards her, and she also liked me very much.
Lovely.
So immediately after my return, I told my father.
So in a way, you would have been happy because of course, father was in a serious condition.
Still, I got married also. Immediately after I returned in February, I got married in August.
Nice. So, adadu amikona young children hodadata kona many tips manamari for a marriage to work. That is also a big issue these days. For a marriage to work between two independent, strong people of character of their own nature. What is your advice?
See, first husband and wife perfect understanding. That is very important. ಅವ್ರ ಪಿಲ್ಲನಿಗೆ ಸಂಗತ ವೇಸ್ನಿ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಬಿಹೇವಿಯರ್.
Yes.
You don't have to tell them in so many words.
The example set karariya.
You should be role models. Luckily for me, my wife is also a graduate English.
Right.
She loves English. She's a literature. She can write very well, even today.
Oh, wow. I would love to have a conversation with her.
But she doesn't come to the public.
I see.
She's basically a hummingbird.
I hear you.
But she's a very good singer. She's released 3 CDs.
Right.
And she was a good sports person also.
Fantastic.
She was a good dancer.
Fantastic.
So very talented thing. Of course, probably children imbibed.
Exactly. That's a very important lesson. Lovely. So to me, public life active gan rahata. What is the role of your family in this whole picture? How are they able to
support kara riya? Direct involved me avinu kai kare kai tenu uppuladi.
Right.
Whether in terms of donation, in terms of my time, energy.
Exactly.
Healthy telu alo kelari healthy small kelari.
So their support is really crucial.
Very very important.
Fantastic.
So behind every successful man there is a woman. Behind every successful public whole family.
Correct.
Time there, energy there.
That's right. When old ho area to me, when exert kanagan manitala natural love and concern sangan. But
of course, age-related issues asking are high.
Yes.
Only our yes.
Yes.
But thank God, I'm quite.
That's right.
I'm able to contribute my time, energy, money, everything.
I want to talk about the community for just a bit. I think my first question tunga kaayam nimati illa Madurai Gandhi gi tella time tella 50s 30s to 60s tella period hoda kind of greatness of icons of the community tella level of jana menigin ami melladi. Is that the right way to think about it? Kona tella how do we process this idea about the community? Community code legend. Tellakalam golden age legend agi, futures no ki janagi. What is the vision here?
కొన్ని గోల్డెన్ ఏజ్ మని కొన్ని అద ఆర్ మొటాయిన పుసే తెల్ల కాలం పుసేరు మెన్ క్యాన్ హిబా మెన్ తెల్ల కుప్పిమ మెలై జారియస్ there is nothing like తెల్ల కాలం గోల్డెన్ ఏజ్ అట్ట గోల్డెన్ ఏజెస్ కి అస్కి టైం చొకొట్ సత్తస్ మోర్ దట్ ఇస్ వాట్ మోర్ థింకింగ్ తెల్లస్
Yes.
నిశ్చయం అవిను సమగం అవిను ఇంప్రూవ్ హోయిరస్ according to me,
Right.
our samugam avinu in the statistics census at the head and area 14 men can nichayina
Ben area.
per capita income man area travel man area at savaga sadharananga avinu mundadi plane jata avinu very rare atas ki sadharanam.
That's right.
our men can odi
That's right. That's right.
and going abroad mudi you go foreign to jaras our men can travel keradu sir.
Correct.
So खूप ट्रॅव्हल केलाय मला तुला स्टँड अप लिव्हिंग चौकट इन्कम राहणार पण थोडं डेफिनेट का नव्हे नो इन टर्म्स ऑफ इन्कम इन टर्म्स ऑफ एज्युकेशन इन टर्म्स ऑफ हॅपीनेस ऑल दीस थिंग्स ಎಲ್ಲ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಮೀಟರ್ಸ್ पर ते निश्चय इंप्रूव होईल.
Yes.
So अंगून इंप्रूव है.
Yes.
अंगून और SWOT analysis केले राहणार.
But that's a very positive way of looking at it, that we are appreciating.
Yeah.
Ami kadur avrasi askidno holla avrasi oralavu on the level of harassment area. It's a very positive way of looking at it. But is there something that you think has to change for the better?
ಅದಾದ ಹಿಂದೆ ಅವೇನು ಒಟ್ಟುಮೆ ಅವೇನು ನೀ ಬರ್ತಾವ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಅವೇನು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ MLA
Right. Right.
Surrounding sir. Amazing. I mean, 100% the router. Then the contest carrier our angry areas. 100% out of we are in fact overconfident.
Right. Right. Right.
But then what you tell us? I mean, small margins. I mean, he was defeated.
Yes.
Kai when is a man, our men can vote here. Kai the outdoor by the AC. By Hurdy, our men can vote here. I got of Jala. ಇಲ್ಲ ಮಾರಿ ಎಸ್ಕಿರ ಹಾವ್ನ
ರೈಟ್ ರೈಟ್
ಅದಾಮಿ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಪಿಟಿ ರಾಜನ್ ಅವಿನು ಅವರ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆಮೇಲೆ ರೋಡ್ ತೆಲ್ಲ ಪಳೆಯ ಸ್ಪೀಕರ್
ಎಸ್
ಆಮೇಲೆ ತೆಲ್ಲ ಪಿಟಿ ತೆಲ್ಲ ಕಲಬರಿ ಅವ್ನ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ತ್ಯಾಗರಾಜನ್ ನೋಡಿ ಅವ್ರ ರೋಡ್ ಸತ್ತ ಜನ ಮೆನೈ ರೋಡ್ ಫೆಲಿಸಿಟೇಷನ್ಗೂ ಔಟ್ ಇದನ್ನ ஸ்பீக்கர் ಹೇಳು ಆಮಿ ಅವ್ರ சமூக முறை ஃபெலிசிட்டேஷன் என்ன சொல்றேன்னா உங்க சமூகத்துல இருந்து எல்லா காட்சியிலும் இருக்கணும். இதெல்லாம் இருக்கு கட்சியெல்லாம் வேற நான் டிஎம்கே அது வேற சமூகம் முன்னேறணும்னா பொலிட்டிக்கலி உங்களுக்கு வந்து ஸ்ட்ரென்த் வேணும்.
ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಚ್ಚಿ ತೆಲ್ಲ ಕಚ್ಚಿ
ಮೇನೋನಾ ಅಸ್ಕಿ ಕಚ್ಚಿ ನಾನಾ ಬಟ್ ಓಟ್ ತಾತಮನೆ ಮಾತಾವಳು ತಿರುಮನಿಕ್ಯಾಂಗ ಓಟ್ ತೆಲ್ಲ ಫೀನಿ ಅವನು
ಎಲ್ಲ ಪಿಟಿ ರಾಜನು ಸಂಗರಿ
ಪಿಟಿ ರಾಜನ ಡಿಎಂಕೆ ಕೂತಾಗ ತೆಲ್ಲ ಸಂಗರಿ ಆಮೇಲೆ మీ మెనే మెన్నోను ಇಲ್ಲ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ సమూహం మున్నేరడం అనేది అస్కిదనను कौन कच्ची मैंने हिब्री आना यानी हिब्री है बना और मैं क्या गया और मैं क्या नहीं वोटे
yes
तेरे फिर नहीं आऊँ ना
perfect तेरे feeling आऊँ मैंने रिया it's such a pressing need of the time तेरे से ताली इक्का benefits आवरिया मैं संगीत आऊँगा and तेरे उन्दा it's something that has to be done ये ले feeling अभी किन why do you think the feeling JMRE hoiri hai what is the analyze karna mani manadi what do you think has happened?
I mean sangle rana repeatedly
yeah
I mean ke kashtam padare savaba
yeah
avara men can represent me manadi anka avinu nanna issue olli avinu anka represent kartadu men can ni councillors mamdadi avinu kubbimu Madurai municipal chairman ಅವರದನ್ನು
right
ಅದಲ್ಲೇ ಮಾರಿ ಕುಂಭಕೋಣಂ ಅವರ ಹೊರಡು ಹುದಿರಿಯಾ
correct
ತಂಜಾವೂರು ಹುದಿರಿಯಾ ಈಗ LLS ಗೆ ಹೊರಡು ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಬಟ್ ಮಧುರೈ ಇಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಕುಬ್ಬಿಮು ಅವಿನೋ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಕೌನ್ಸಿಲರ್ಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ರಾನು ಚೇರ್ಮನ್ ಜೂಸ್ NMRS was chairman first 1936 ಅವನು LKT ಮಾರಿ ಕೇದನ ಸಂಘ RVS ಮುದ್ರಾ ಮೇಯರ್
yes
ಕೇದಂಗ ನಾವು ಸಂಘ ತವಳ ಅವಿನೋ और मैं क्या ना they are recognized
correct
healthy it has lot of advantages.
In fact, Nilame Kono virus mina tala advantages kayamani howdan javal driya
ಅವಡನ್ ಸೌಲಭ್ಯ ಅತ್ತ ಅವಿನು ಅತ ಲೈಕ್ ರಾಜಬಾಳೆ ಅವಿನು ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ ಹಿರಸ್ ಮನದಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ earliest chief minister was ರಾಜ ತೆಲ್ಲ ಉಂಟ ರಾಜ ಹಾಲ್ತಿ ಇಂದ ರಾಜಬಾಳೆ ಮಿಕ್ಕು ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ ಹಿರಿಯ
right exactly
ಒಟ್ಟ ಕಾಮರಾಜರ್ ಹಾಲ್ತಿ ಸಂಗತ
yes
कौन तला समगम समला हो गया
yes
चल मारी you need a godfather कौन है कई
yep
in fact our NMR ಬಾಗಚೂಳಿ ಸಂಗನ್ ತೆನು ಅವೆನು ವ್ಯಾನ್ ಅದದು ಅವರ ಮೇಲೆ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಮ ಹಾಲಿಜನ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ಜುಕ್ಕುದು ನಾವು ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಕೇಳಿಯ
that's a very interesting critique tala thoriyane ya samajamam tala what is the feeling that you have about it
I think so in a way true tena avenu he had a soft corner for halijans avara sambaru thinkers tenu when khalasata
correct
tenu when avara samugam melata when narrow egam rahalatago he came out of that general
on the nationalist outlook mus
udiriya national level
jedriyatunu and tenu tella kalam kera kam tella relations between the atami dalits menariya scheduled caste menariya tella kone se tella
of course me avinu I'm in touch ಜೂದನ್ನು ಅವನು ಅವರ ಬಡಬಾಸಂಗಾಡಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ ಪೂರ ஜூதனும் அவனும் ஐயானால தான் நாங்கள் இந்த நிலைமையில இருக்கோம். அதை வந்து ஐயா மறக்க முடியாது.
இம்பாக்ட் அங்குன் சார்.
இன்ஃபேக்ட் another interesting temple entry.
Yes.
Temple entry. ವೈದ್ಯನಾಥರಿಗೂ NMR ब्राह्मणस को लीड कर रही है. तो जब वर्ल्ड government also decided to allow entry of Dalits. Entry Dalit, I mean, allow Kerala Jadodi, Dalits were very reluctant to enter.
Correct.
Couch Emanadi, I mean, with the day you could try.
Internalized
Melody. Tell a time, you know, the char Basumo, Dalits were random. Trancor was independent idea. Boliji, that Dalits were allowed. Dhaura, think the Kadi, Sabai, Dhaura Jaria, think only Hori, Javai, many convinced Keri, and a man to judge Kerala judges. Gandhiji, Avino,
Adaptal Urmai Kadamattum Furna, Urmai Kona practice can have any secret than a Horia, the Kana Horia.
Gandhiji, Avino, Kaval, Panjwal, visit Keri, Mundali, Dhaura Jiri, Gamma Dalits allowed. 1946 or Jadus, last visit. There's a time my father drove the car. Taulus, Dhaura with Nigeria. The Dhaura records with Dagutala.
Wow. To the father, Gandhiji, Polijiria Bundi. Amazing. And to me, how even for a long time he was remembering that.
Rare opportunity.
When we talk of Gandhi, Gandhiji Telakala Mikam Huda on the Mahanubavulu, on the giant figure.
Mahatma Rabindranath Tagore only gave that name.
Yes, he was the original superstar. He was a saint, a guru, everything rolled into one. That's amazing. Halcyon of his times, in your role as the vice chairman of the museum, how do you see that museum bringing people closer to Gandhi? What are the activities that are done? What is the gear that's...
We have regularly inter-religious prayer. Every Friday, Canada. So, Gandhi's ashes are
Oh!
One of the...
Okay.
One of the bottom sata.
Oh my God. Oh wow. I'm truly taken back to hear this. That's amazing.
So, the Gandhi Samandambade Pura, so many photographs are there.
India is one of a kind
the biggest Gandhi museum. We have 7 in India.
Right.
This is the biggest Gandhi museums. And where, R. Venkatraman was the chairman. Then our Podachi Mahalingam was the chairman.
Right.
Now his son is the chairman. I happen to be the chairman.
Lovely. Adadu Madurai Gandhi Minariya, it is not just to refer to one individual, which is your motto, but also Madurai and Gandhi are so close.
Yeah, true.
Amazing.
So when Vinababa came for Bhudan, our family has donated really huge things.
Yes.
Those days we had huge holdings in and around Madurai.
Uh-huh.
So he was instrumental in giving.
Lovely.
Those people are still grateful. You know, they come to me. I was in Bhutan board, Tamil Nadu Bhutan board also.
I see.
Since they have donated a huge thing.
Right.
I was for some time in the Bhutan board also.
You know, as a youngster, when I read about the Bhutan movement, Patipura Jodhatwelu, it seems almost illogical, incomprehensible that people were driven. Adadu onda chokkat kenna manira spirit melamari sottu likidi dariyava manariya. Is it a relic of that time? Do you see that the spirit angun say a people?
Sir. కొన్ని అవిను మీ కాలేజ్ హనుమంగారు వచ్చాదు అంగని ఎక్కువ ఫండ్స్ చదివి
రైట్
మీ అవిను కొట్టి ఐ నెవర్ గో టు పర్సనల్గా మీట్ కర్తా వస్తుంది I announced the project, talked to them over the phone. So, in the last 2012, I became the president.
Right. Sourashtra Vidya Sangam.
Till then, I was a committee member and all that. 2012 only I became. In these 12 years, I mean, you know, donation collected maybe about 10 crores.
Wow. That's amazing, sir.
Yeah.
And ella tumi manariya solicit kari one by one kan mena paripura
konni ne ame lamari building bandan jariya ella pajamini me I used to talk to them, I used to send them mail,
right,
WhatsApp message, tella tholis.
Wow. I think
I believe on a chokot cost go money is not a problem,
right?
That is my
right experience. Exactly. Adadu ella khinipura menkana kalana adadu chokkat kaam kerate manariya ikkadunu deras ikke deras anymore. It's such a great thing.
Actually one of my cousins who lives in US, so far she has donated 1.5 crores.
Wow.
1.5 crores, and she's ready to donate another 50 lakhs. She's ready, you know. She calls me
kulla dera mani avi manariya. Right.
Only thing I chokkat use kara scam anta untadi na saariya. Tella avinu saariya. Ile FCRA mini untastata.
Yes.
You know that.
That's right.
Tella avinu avanga ready hona tasi. Now they have become very strict.
Oh, I see.
Because of so many reasons.
We will have a conversation off the camera about this.
Yeah.
I understand. Tell again, foreign contribution of India mavate, that's a very strict regime that the government has instituted.
So anyway, we'll get it.
Yeah.
So in fact, a friend of mine who was my classmate, every year he donates about 7 lakhs worth scholarship.
Wow.
Even today. Then he is also asking FCR NHA vandada inana vera yaar moolama anuppoyittu irukku adha neenga laptop vaangiruveenga na ka paravuli vattana adethu avinu more pressure there avi ready irundha but timi ready gellarani.
Yeah fascinating. But ella undu colloquial gan ami lejjana menadi tadu jukku kaast tholi kai kerta kalarani ba tehadi isni kerare mani wotanu menen. Do you see it from that angle, or what do you see this phenomenon as, that people are so willing to donate? I am still not able to understand it.
No, they generally our men can be generous can satas. But then kai sari minute ulungu dela use hona.
Yeah.
Accountability.
Yeah.
The less important. Atavino breakfast scheme also we have introduced. Marasan also is in Austin. There Austin set a group avino telu regular can help carry morning breakfast unda 200 pilana ami midday meal balariya tella kalamuri jata.
Right. Correct. Of course. High school almost CD ke no
kariya menike mena tapura kala.
Correct.
The breakfast also we have started. Tella avino Austin US sata avara babunu aski kalan career by dandari anga.
Wow. Fascinating. Institution management, Minari uncle, is a very contentious topic in the community. But without getting into the back and forth arguments of it, on the institution chokkat manage kenna minat tura experience tumi kai sangan.
Unity, most important. Adadu askitanga avinu I'm कौन इश्यू खड़े कई और कमेटी चुको डिबेट किया प्रोस एंड कॉन्स पर वेगे तो चाहता मैं एक एरी डिसीजन खड़ने में लगी और कमेटी में अस्की रोपड़ा
तेरे हमें कई आधा तो अवमान मारी सीधरा मी संगे आई कई
तेरे मी अभी नो और कमेटी अभी नो मी जुड़ा होते रस I was in Care Engineering College. I was Care Polytechnic.
Right.
Jew institution Bhadrasi. But Vidya Sangam son Avinu, the body Avinu. I'm really happy to say that's the best organization.
Fantastic.
Kubbimu, Chodla way, with that campus Jana, there is a vibration.
Yes, yes.
Positive vibration, Avinu.
It's an ocean of calm, Menamari.
Telamar, with the Jana, the Mustaronda. Boom.
Lovely, lovely. At the same time, Illamari, basically, it's a society running these education institutions, many men as well. There is one aspect that comes, this is a community institution. Community avigin the running of the affairs voice when avanga member gan chachuba colloquial gan sangariyam
there are characters
aspectum to me what is the idea
attas manner but we want to be selective,
right?
In fact, we have seen other institutions how they are suffering. The institution pura or election audio or a general election guy that malpractices, general election you earn more enemies than friends. Tell us it's a warning zone house. You have to be very careful.
So there has to be a balance.
Balance, exactly. Balance. Youngsters, I'm an octogenarian. Our correspondent is octogenarian.
Right.
Our vice president is nearing here. And the next second line, develop is a must. Any organization. Conscious, careful,
and that is the most important thing also. The succession in a public institution like this is
very important.
Other thing that I was very curious about is community or a future, community or a egiya patiyami bate kariyas. NMR family, with the heft it carries. What is your vision for the future of that? Those three, initiatives.
My son, he is in US. My granddaughter, she is also in US. Judana, empty nest Marisa. In the Aki Gomana, me and Mara.
Pillan Gumasori Baraja.
Not only here, they go out of the country.
Madurai empty nest concern.
Aski, Komka, they
foreign set, Lagam set.
In India, rare. So just tell you, public interest is NMR Family,
right.
Difficult.
But that's something that you hope shows up in the next
somebody like Prashant, he is interested.
Yes, Prashant uncle, of course. Yes.
He shows interest.
That's
like that. Identify so that next hour
passing the baton on. Lovely.
So that maybe Kundi under spot
yes, for sure.
Yeah.
And in fact, I think the views that you've shared in this time that you've been so generous to give us will educate so many more from the community to come and give this service.
I don't know, but the Audas.
Yes.
After Nehru gone Milla.
Exactly.
Asking the idea.
That's right.
See, the Untana only garage. Tell me somebody. Audan.
Fantastic. I would really like to thank you so much for your time.
It's my pleasure. This was a pleasure and honor for me.
It was entirely ours. The things that we spoke about was something that I thought I would never get to ask you in person. The fact that I was able to sit across you in this casual manner and ikamari deep and detail it was really quite the blessing. I'm so grateful for your time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Because of this.